The Circle is essentially Grizzle from Parks and Recreation. Hey everybody, Just Watching Movies here with the review of The Circle, starring Tom Hanks and Emma Watson. Also, John Boyega is in this film, and Bill Paxton. This movie, I don't know what it's about. I really don't know what it's about. Emma Watson gets a job at The Circle, which is like Google, and they have a bunch of things that are watching people, and things get out of hand, and you know, it's a thriller, I guess. I don't know. This has to be the worst film I have seen this year. And I thought 50 Shades Darker was bad. The Circle has some of the worst writing I have seen in recent memory. It is so contradicting. It is all over the place. It does not know what it wants to be. The trailer sold this as a thriller of learning about social media and the effects of it, and Emma Watson digging deep into the company, and Tom Hanks being like the big honcho and unrevealing him as the bad person in this movie. It's not that at all. This movie is so effing bad. It is so ridiculously stupid. I'm going to spoil it a little bit here and there because I really feel like I need to talk about certain things to really get this review out there for you guys. One thing that really irked me is Emma Watson. I didn't think her performance was bad. It was just average. One thing that irked me was her character. She went into this job really excited and not aware of what The Circle really was. And when people kind of introduced her to more of the things regarding The Circle, she was kind of taken back and didn't know how to process this information. And then it seemed like she was going to go this route of, I don't really like The Circle and I'm going to exploit them and I need to do everything in my power to not have this company run anymore. And then she had all these ideas that was worse than anything they have ever done in the past. So they're really contradicting her character. She was really worried about her safety and her privacy. Then she just flat out say, I'm going to just ruin everybody's privacy. And then she kind of went back on it again, and at the end, she did it all again. I mean, her character was all over the place. It was ridiculous. Then you had John Boyega, who was in there for like 3 sequences, and he was kind of like her, more of the lines of, I don't want to exploit everybody's privacy. And you feel like there's going to be some tension and intense moments. And that's when the thriller comes into play, because he was someone who had created certain things for The Circle. Now he's just hiding low. Where did that go? Nowhere. It went nowhere. Nowhere at all. It went her route of, let's make the company bigger. And you think that there's these moments where he's going to come into play and really help her and get the company destroyed. None of that at all. This movie does have hints of thriller moments and taking this company down and the effects of social media. And then it just, nope, we're not going to do that at all. We're going to go to back a route of, yay for no privacy and social media. I really feel like this movie is a big product placement for The Circle. If this company was actually real, it's a big product placement. Yeah, there are effects to it, but there's positives. And you really feel like there is effects in this movie, like the bad effects of social media and everything. But hey, it's still positive. It ends on a positive note, not the company's torn down note. There are also so many events and scenes in this movie that, one, feel so out of place and ridiculous. And it's only to show why The Circle is important. There is a scene with Emma Watson in San Francisco Bay, stupid as can be, but it only furthers the proof that The Circle is important. And there's a scene with the guy from Boyhood, which I was surprised about in here, how bad he was, to only further the proof that you need devices from The Circle. Now, some of the things that The Circle created, I could justify, I can understand why they want to make them in the first place, but some of them just was ridiculous and flat out stupid. They had this social searching where you can find criminals in under 10 minutes and, you know, showing case and having like Facebook Live where you have like a little device here and you can see everything you're doing. I mean, some of those things, I'm really worried at if they're going to do this in the future. I'm pretty scared. I don't want to participate in any of this. And then they try to make the circle like mandatory for every citizen. And that's when you know it was going to get out of hand. Bam, there's Emma Watson again. You know, this is a good idea. And you like really be like, okay, lady, what is your deal? Do you like it or do you not like it? Make up your mind. The Circle was incredibly boring. It dragged. It was flat out stupid. This has to be one of the most ridiculous movies I have seen in recent memory. I did not care for this movie at all. The acting was flat as can be. There was nothing to these characters that I did care about. They just contradicted themselves so much in this movie, and I'm going to go ahead and give The Circle an F. It now sits at my worst film of the year. This movie left me scratching my head so much and wondering, what was the purpose of this movie? It wasn't to tell me social media was bad. I think it was to tell me that I should not have privacy at all. So have you guys seen The Circle? I was a bit surprised that it was actually this bad because you got Tom Hanks, one of the best actors ever, Emma Watson from Harry Potter and Beauty and the Beast, John Boyega from Star Wars. Should be better. But the script is what really tore this movie apart. Thank you guys for watching my review of The Circle. What did you guys think about it? Leave your thoughts down below for that. This is Just Watching Movies, and you stay classy, YouTube.